Shalom, Yashaya. This is Sister Kana. And first and foremost, I have to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Bahasham Yashaya, Wa Kodash Wa. Okay, guys, I'm in the office and I am finishing up. And I think I'm going to go practice a little bit. But before I do, I just wanted to tap in and touch bases with you guys and see what you are up to. And I was thinking about some, content to talk about for the Nappy Hair Chronicles this Friday. And I really wanted to talk about the multiple wives thing. Because another brother, he just sent me a message out of the blue talking about it. And, it's, for men, it's really an issue. Like, this multiple wives thing is really an issue. So, I wanted to talk about this and see if this would be a good subject. Because for ladies, it's not so good, okay? And for the men, this is something they think, they want to do. And ladies, listen. You know what my theory has always been? That the Most High is going to purge men using this multiple wife situations. Because we know in Isaiah, I think 4:1, the scriptures, it says that 7 women will take hold to one man. And we know this Bible is true. And there's already a lot of women to one man anyway. But in the wilderness, there will be 7 women taking hold to one man. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be, marrying 7 women, like in our minds, how we think. But the fact that we're saved by being under these men, and these men will be the ones who are chosen to make it into the wilderness and really survive through it. So, we'll be happy to have men among us, first of all. So, right now it doesn't seem so, ladies, but you'll be grateful and happy to have a man among us in the wilderness, because there will be so much destruction and so, little of our men. A lot of brothers are not going to make it. And as you can see, these are some of the things that I talk about on my channel. It's like on last week, Nappy Hair Chronicles, I was saying I don't know why it's so hard for men to get the men in order. The destruction is coming and only a remnant is going to make it. And we know the flock of men, and the Most High said 2/3 will be cut off. And supposedly in the wilderness. But whether it's in the wilderness or in Babylon, a lot of our men are going to perish, okay? And women too, but I'm just saying, since the flock are men, then why not focus on saving some of these men? Because a lot of them are out of control. They need structure and they need to, focus on, saving their lives. So I just wanted to talk about that. Okay, so then I got a few messages about, brothers, what they think about multiple wives. So I would like to invite some brothers on to talk about, multiple wives, what does that mean to them? Because they, first of all, you have to be able to afford and take care. It's a lot of responsibility. And in the wilderness, we'll be moving around. Them tents, it's a lot of work. Putting up and taking down tents and all this stuff. And if you got more than 2 or 3 families, and this is what you'll be doing. So brothers, I don't think you should be so quick to be trying to act like, oh, you want multiple wives, because it's going to be a lot of work, brothers. And it's hard to get brothers to do stuff just on a regular. So guys, you have to really, really consider what you guys want. But I want to hear from you guys, and I'm sure a lot of other ladies would like to hear from, the perspective of men and what they think about multiple wives. Now, we kind of touched on it last week because Brother Nigel was trying to talk about it, but we were dealing with so much other stuff with the Hebrew Israelite community, with the whole Elder Gabar stepping down and the GOCC saga. So I just really want to, I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to try. So ladies, please tune in. And I pray that y'all come on and we can have a panel and we can kind of discuss this thing. Because if you're planning on being in that wilderness, this is an issue you need to, kind of put in your mind. We need to discuss it. Sisters need to get in order about it, because there's a lot of jealousy amongst, sisters. And let's be honest about it, sisters. We can be real when it comes to, having a man and, sisters who are married. Now, it's an issue when other sisters come under the fold and now you got 2 and 3 other sisters in your household and your husband looking at you crazy, okay? So we should start definitely having these kind of dialogues, praise AHAYAH, Yashaya. But I do want to hear, from a lot of brothers and their perspective of going into the wilderness, what do they think this is going to be like? And because I think it's going to be a purging for them, because once they deal with 7 women to 1 man in the wilderness, when we get into the kingdom, AHAYAH willing, y'all ain't going to want to see no 2 and 3 wives, I assure you. But that's just, me, that's, a little wisdom that I see and understand. But I would love to hear you guys' perspective. So prepare, get your camera ready, and come and talk to me on Friday over at I Told You Entertainment and I Told You Travel. So, because we're going to start these kind of dialogues, preparing for the wilderness, talking about how things, how do you think things are going to come together, and how we should start having these kind of dialogues, preparing brothers and sisters, and from a woman's point of view, because sisters, it's going to be us. We're going to be dealing with a lot of this stuff, and it don't make no sense to be pouting and having no bad attitudes and bringing all that drama karma, amongst the fold. You need to start now preparing yourself to be able to handle these type of situations. And if you find that you're a jealous type sister and you don't like to be around other women, you have problems with women, you just, competitive and all kind of stuff, these spirits are what we have to start to cleanse from, because guys, only AHAYAH knows, okay? But so let's talk about it. So I'm going to finish up. I did my emails and stuff like that, and I'm going to be closing up. And I'm probably going to go over and probably practice a little bit. Maybe I'll bring you in, because I'm going to do another song for my AHAYAH's Promise page. So I'm practicing and stuff like that. It's nice and cold. So I went to the gym this morning, and I'm really sticking to it. I'm trying to, I started back eating, and I have to upload the video of me making the cauliflower rice. I got it on video. I just put up the little short, but I have the whole video, so I want to put that up to show you guys, basically how I made it. It's not like a full cooking video or anything. I just showed me doing certain things. And also I have a few other videos I gotta put up. So guys, bear with me. But praise AHAYAH. I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad all of you who came on the Nappy Chronicles and was talking and giving your input. I would love to see more of you on camera. Just come on, y'all. Start getting to know one another. I mean, if you're planning to be in the wilderness, you might as well start to get to know one another. And, see who is amongst the body, okay? So I hope you have, it's so nice, baby, outside. I was enjoying myself, the sun. So that's why yesterday I even forgot to videotape, because I was all just enjoying the sun yesterday, and today I put on my little sunglasses, okay? And I was just like, the sun is amazing, y'all. I just love it, to be out when it's hot. I just love it. So, and there's a lot of things that, we can start talking about, like planting and homesteading. I'm not down by the wilderness right now, so I didn't get to do that this summer, but maybe, maybe next, when I go back in a couple of months. I don't plan to go back, down. But I'm thinking maybe for September for the Feast of Tabernacles, maybe. And you guys, those who think they will be here for the Feast of Tabernacles, let me know so we can start preparing for that. Because that's another thing. And y'all know those calendars, they starting to link up come, I think next year. So the calendar starts to link up, guys. And, I'll start to focus more on those things as well. so that brothers and sisters will start getting prepared. I pray you're coming out of Babylon. I pray you're getting yourself together, and we can start like talking about some of these issues on the natural Nappy Hair Chronicles. And one of the sisters sent me a message, and she was like, "Oh, nappy hair. Nappy is a derogatory word, And I know that it is, and that's something that we will, we amongst our community say nappy hair and good hair. But I wanted to bring that out because I find that a lot of brothers and sisters, they're ashamed of our kinky, coily hair, which is nappy. My hair is coarse and it's nappy, so I don't mind saying nappy. But also the fact that a lot of our brothers, they seem to just not like themselves. They don't like black women. They don't like that we're so dark. They don't like that our hair is short, that our hair is coarse, and that it's nappy. They'd rather go to these lighter women, and have children by them so that their kids could be fair skinned. All this foolishness that our brothers are dealing with. We should really start addressing these issues. I would love for more brothers to come on the channel and let's talk about this stuff, because we have to get rid of that self-hatred, and they feel that they have to like manipulate women in a sense to make them feel bad in order for women to act right with them. And so these are the kind of tactics that they use. But listen, we've been having these issues with Gentiles, the men of the Most High, or different tribes dealing with Gentiles since the beginning of time. Our forefathers were doing the same thing too. And when you read in the book of Ezra in the Bible, King James Version, Ezra, chapter 9, it talks about how a lot of the men had Gentiles for wives and they had to put them away because Ezra, tore his clothes and he was in mourning because the Most High was, not dealing with Israel because of the sin. It's a sin, brothers and sisters. So it's a sin that we've been dealing with for from the beginning, that these brothers just can't seem to leave these Gentiles alone. And then they got the nerve to have an attitude when sisters now are starting to have Gentiles. See, in the beginning, now listen, remember, when brothers first started seeing Gentiles many years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, it started to become a thing. And sisters were sitting home with no man, and the brothers was like flaunting it in their faces that they were seeing other races, right? And they thought that black women weren't attractive, that nobody wanted them. But now the tables have turned because these white men are stepping up. These Chinese men, even Indian men, they are dating sisters. And so now brothers want to act like, they want to get sisters in order now, right? Because now they see that, oh no, we're not undesirable. Other nations want to get with black women. And, they just want to say, oh, they twerking, they doing this, they do everything. But this is something that our brothers started doing first, and the sisters end up following. So I don't know when the brothers going to get, learn that we do what they do, and even though it's not a good thing, because it's wickedness in the eyes of the Most High. So the fact that now they're trying to bring the daughters of Zion back, they're trying to talk and have conversations with women and talk about the manosphere and how sisters are going to act. But they started this crap. And now sisters are following and they doing their thing. They get married and by other nations, which is sin. It's wickedness. But it's hard to tell the daughters of Zion now to don't do it when they were sitting home 10 years ago and nobody had a man and this, that, and the third. And because black men were running amok and being with other nations and, putting it in their face and try to act like, oh, the white girls was all this and all that, I hope my phone don't fall. But, oh, gosh. CSL. Okay, so see, these are some of the things that I want to talk about. And I will be addressing on the Nappy Hair Chronicles, but I just wanted to just tap in and say, Shalom, Israel. So I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH. Wow, I just kept these glasses on. Oh, my gosh. I give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Shimesani Amman, Kodash, Wa. Shalom, Israel. Oh, please comment, subscribe, and hit the like button, guys. So I need some help. So I hope you guys help me out with the like and subscribe and, promoting this, because we want to get some talking going on from the Hebrew Israelite perspective, with sisters being able to give their opinion as well. Okay? I'll talk to y'all soon. Shalom.